I am representing batch 13, group 3, circle 4. Are you with me, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, we'll just secure a residential apartment and then make payments, which will cost about $2,400. Then we'll secure the service of an interpreter, which is also serve as a guide, as a tour guide for us that will take us around the town. Then we'll locate, probably schools, hospitals, firms to create awareness about MMM's ideology, having printed materials like face cap, that is souvenirs, MMR populator, or what we are there for. And then we'll now start our seminar around Bangkok, Hangtong, and China, employing the service of security personnel who will help us to ensure the safety of ourselves and attendees. And then our feeding for that day will cost about $1,300 with a miscellaneous of $1,200, which will amount to about 87,000 Thai baht. So the total money that we'll be spending will be equivalent to $20,900, while the balance of 29,100 euro Thai baht development of MMM in Thailand. Then for the knowledge and tools that have been acquired, that one will cover the internet, what internet, the experience we have gathered in the guidance school, and the creation of Facebook, Google accounts, using YouTube channels to project what we really wanted to do there. Then we'll have to hold a week awareness campaign in Thailand for the promotion of MMM. We shall also engage the services of a protocol officer who will act as our tour guide in major cities where we intend to set up and carry out massive campaign and promote MMM. Then on the team arrival at Thailand, we shall secure an apartment. I've said that before. So our programs that we have lined up for the events will be first on the list. We'll have a welcome address. We do brief introduction about MMM. Then we are going to play downloaded videos on MMM ideology, how MMM works, the rules of MMM, the benefits. We'll also play a clip about Sergei Mavrodi, about his biography. Then we're going to tell the attendees how to register, how to provide help, how to get help, how to write letter of happiness, registration, referral, leadership bonus, etc. Then question and answer is following, be going on. Then we will now throw it to the attendees. If any of them will be interested in registering, which of course most of them will want to register. So from the venue of the seminar, we'll start registration there. Then I'll now move on to the task 2, and our response will be if 500 provided help come from 500 participants at $300 each. it will be $1,500. In order for the 500 provided help to be paid, their 30%. Bonuses will also be considered, as participants will be also given additional $20 registration bonus on their 300. That means 30% of $150,000 provided by the 500 participants to 45,000. Therefore, 45,000 will be the additional reward for all the 500 participants. The $20 bonus will be also calculated based on 30% growth rate for each participant. Then each gets $26 after 30 days. Therefore, we have the total amount of $13,000 for 500 participants. Total payments to 500 participants after 30 days will be $150,000 plus $45,000 plus additional $13,000, which will amount to $208,000. So considering the interest and the bonus, there will be an additional sum of $58,000 to be generated by the system. 208,000 minus 150,000, which will give us 58,000. This $58,000 will be paid by the extra 194 participants who will be contribute to community at $300 each. Again, let me just move on to the task 3, and our response will be if 300 participants PH, if they provided help of the 500 participants who GH, and we have 300 new participants as budgeted, the calculation will be 300 participants by $100, which will be $90. With 30% growth rate in 30 days, that will be $90,000 multiplied by 30%, which will give us $27,000. Therefore, the 300 old participants will GH an additional reward. The sum of 117,000. Yeah. As for the 300 new participants per month, 300 participants by $300 will be $90,000 with $20 registration bonus. 300 participants multiplied by $20, that will give us $6,000, and $90,000 plus $6,000 will give us $96,000 at 30% growth rate. It will now be $96,000 by 30%, which will amount to $96,000. Referral bonus from 300 newly signed participants, that is those that have signed up, will now be $9,000 by 30%, which will amount to $11,000. So total PH by 600 participants will amount to $180,000. Total get help will now be $245,000. Total interest to be paid by the system will now be $65,000. So which will be contributed by total GH of will be contributed by 817 new participants who will be recruited into the MMM community in 2 weeks. I'll move on to task 4, and our response will be when registration activities fall drastically by 75%, it means that our plan to get 460 new participants before the end of 4 weeks will be affected. So we get under the pause mode and waste time. Reason because Thailand in some months they are having up to 6 days holidays. Another thing we will do is that we will stop the growth of the Mavro pending when the registration activities returns to normal. Then another thing we will do is we may extend the number of days left until defrost, so that even if you have provided help, your mouth be frozen and will remain blue. Another point will be we delay a bit the rate at which the provide help pledge gets matched with get help. And the last on the list will be the mode of contribution that will be put in place in Bitcoin for both provide help and get help, because it's easy and convenient. I will move on to task 5, and the response will be, since our plan didn't work out, we need to go back to task 1 and start the process all over. Say where we went wrong, but first of all, we need to establish the following: how much contribution is needed? 2, how many participants do we need to continue? The third one will be, what other resources are to be put in place? Then we will have to go out in other island from a restart. We reteach the MMM ideology in details. 2, we increase the level of our awareness. We go to the heart of the people to really tell them, and then talk to them and tell them how it works. They need to understand the ideology very well, and then we train participants from Thailand to become guiders. This way, new participants will trust them. And that thing we'll do is to recruit more members. And then the last thing we'll do is to increase contribution. These newly trained guiders now will conduct large seminars and teach new participants the ideology of MMM. Yeah, please, I'm presenting. You just mute your mic, please.
All right.
Yeah. With me.
Sorry.
Hello, mentor.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sir. So these newly trained guiders will conduct large seminars and teach new participants the ideology of MMM, how MMM works, its benefits, and also teach them that reprovision of help and registering new members into the community help to keep the community alive. They have to teach people that the commitment of fund into the system will make it stronger. These guiders will also be encouraged to reach out to more people via the social media platform like the Twitter handles, Instagram, Facebook, probably radio jingles. So like the use of Facebook, for example, work with existing their own farm. Facebook personal accounts must have their profile information completely filled, posting expert comments on active fan pages. This will increase traffic to their personal page and therefore the visibility of their referral links. So now, if the guiders and financial experts, people will listen to the guiders' opinion where they should invest their money, select fan pages of financial, economical, political types, which contains active discussion, search for post comment, which you can respond to with your opinion on the issue discussed. So very soon, the comments will draw attention and positive attitude. Hence, their status for fan page subscribers will significantly increase, and therefore it will be easier to sell MMM ideology to them. So guiders will be encouraged to develop their own website where they will give more information about MMM, which will include uploading of videos, electronic books, that is ebooks, and then slide presentation for the consumption of new, register, and old members for free. This will help to encourage new and old participants. Now I'm going straight to task 6, and the response will be, in virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented in which all the old Mavros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when pH is higher than GH. The team will be one members on what pause mode is. 2, avoid panic, most especially among the guiders, so that the members will build trust in them. And 3, to keep the participants calm, letting them know that pause mode is not a restart. We only have reduced the load on the system and will continue to grow. 4, rebuild trust by showing past experience of the program. And 5 will be the participant, they will let them know that their funds are not lost during the pause mode, but time. It will only take time, but their investments are in safe hands. Then 6 will be the basic principle of these actions. The participant is awarded with a fixed bonus on the contribution he or she makes. So participants do not have to wait they need to provide assistance and help. Number 7, 20% bonus is added to the amount of assistance the participants provides. It means if you donate $1,000, you will be able to withdraw $1,200. 8, existing members need to know that money comes from new recruits. That is, MMM does not have a central account where money is being kept and then money is being disbursed to people so their donation will have to come from newly registered members. 9, teach members the importance of providing help and getting help regularly. That is, you to keep the system stronger, to save the system, we need to teach them how to constantly provide help and then get help for the system to be moving. Then number 10 will be active in the community. They should be active in the communities just to generate traffic. Hello, please mute your mic. Mute your mic. You are interrupting me. Mute your mic, please. Yeah, okay. Then the last on the list will be allowing them to know the 3 ways. Please. Kingsley, mute your mic.
Please continue. Yes, Mike, I will eject him from the class. Continue.
Kingsley. Okay, let me just continue. So we allowed them to know 3 ways to.
Please.
We allow with pause community. This means that the total number of provided help must be greater or equal to get help, and nothing less than that. 2, never overgrow your Mavro. That is, some people are in the habit of, after 30 days, they want to leave it for another 3-5 days, to accumulate more Mavro growth. They have to discourage that. So if you don't really need help, get it out and re-pH on it. Just like breathing, you don't stop breathing. When you stop breathing, then you are gone. 3, adding people to MMM community and teaching them to do the same, which will help to sustain the community and prevent future pause mode. Now, another subheading will be to educate the participants on measures taken to provide reliable work of the MMM community. When the number of the community members is growing, the pyramid scheme allows each participant to receive a larger amount of donation than he did. But a pyramid scheme is not very effective when growth rates are low and when a lot of participants have requested assistance at the same moment. Therefore, uses a number of other mechanisms to stabilize the community work. In such situations, they include 1, pause mode. During the pause mode, the Mavros, which accrued in the participant's personal office before the beginning of this mode, stops growing. As the pause mode ends, the old Mavros continue growing again and you can get help. The pause mode can last for 1 to 2 months. That is as while change all the but at a floating ratio. 2, floating ratio. If it is impossible to pay the requested amount fully to the participant, there can be introduced a special ratio, and participants will receive assistance in parts. For example, during the previous pause mode, it was allowed to exchange all Mavros and get help, which will be 110% of that you have give. And the last on that list will be installment receipts. MMM follows the rules. The order to receive money should come in half an hour after making the request. But in the difficult community, participants may not receive help immediately, but in part. For example, each week they will receive an installment of 25% of the amount requested. That is that on that. I will now go on to task 7, and our response will be, we will need to 1, use the same mass media to explain the situation and what a restart means. 2, we'll need to explain that MMM aims to destroy the unjust financial system of the day. 3, to show the history every time. And 4, we need to emphasize to them that MMM is not a scam. Neither we are running away with their money. If it were to be so, we will not have called for a restart. Probably we'll just abscond with their money, but God forbid. Number 5, we also need to counter the effect of social media on the issue by exposing the banking sectors as our strong point. It has been established that the banks have collaborated or sponsoring the media, to spread falsehood about the community. So we are going to use the same media to expose the bank. The bank does not have their own money. It is money that the depositors have kept in their care, that they are also using to build and buy mansions around the world. Just guide the way with the many bonus of transparently impacting the true ideology of MMM. Like we have experienced over here, some managers and guiders are in the habit of not really providing help, but they are interested in just getting help. Probably most of them are GHing in their millions, but that is not to write home and about with the amount they are providing help with. I know of a certain person that he will GH like over 2 million, and he will now recommit about 10,000 into the system, and that will not be a healthy practice for the system. Then number 7, we'll consult the leaders in countries where it happened and learn from them. Another will honestly inform people about all the risk in MMM. People get motivated once they start seeing that MMM pays. We should encourage people to provide help so that the system can move smoothly, because that is the bane of the system. The backbone of the system is people committing and then providing help, so that the amount that is being provided will be greater or equal to the amount that is really leaving the system. We'll go about telling people what happened was because they allowed panic. Panic should be highly discouraged in the system. They should not entertain panic. They should not listen to whatever the media is saying. We're all aware of the media propaganda against the person of Zagi Mavrodi and the community. And then we'll explain the difference between MMM and other financial institutions like bank, letting them know to participate any good by doing so. So it is a common saying that blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that taketh. Now it is on the concluding part. Now it is important that people know MMA is meant to eradicate poverty, not to invest. Yes, that is the most important thing. MMM is out to eradicate poverty, to really narrow down the gap between the rich and the poor, and then life is made easy for everybody. Together we change the world. Sir, that is the end of my presentation, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
A wonderful presentation. Hello, that's a wonderful presentation, McCarthy. I want to believe, or I hope you guys still, because from the look of things, each and every one of us fact that when I am available, you guys are not, and we know fully well that our business game starts by 9 p.m. So once it is 9 p.m. or before 9 p.m., I expect everyone school website. But to Skype, once again, that presentation. Cool. So Makati, you have done a good job. That's too.
Thank you, sir.
The group leader.
Thank you, sir.
The group leader. Anybody has anything to say? Any comment, question, observation? Finally, stop this meeting. Observation, comment to say. Okay, if there is none, I want you guys to be fully back. Encourage your downlines to PR to GH. So for the system to grow, we are all aware that we rely strongly on into the system providing help in order to get help. So at this point in time, to provide, and they are matched. You two, as guiders, you should live by examples. like Makati has rightly said, people providing help to amount, and it's not really good for the system. So it's possible to at least keep it GH and guide us to the system. So once again, thank you very much, members of Group 3,
For
for a job. Thank you. Have a rest. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.